still unable to close it down, with them having such a ridiculous lead and still being unable to close out the map to their favor. It feels like there's going to be a repeat here on Vertigo.
Yeah, frustration must be at all-time high, knowing that Rebirth could have won all 3 of the maps that they've played so far and haven't been able to convert any of them. Getting into the pistol round, it will be them starting up on that T side. Little bit of utility coming through from Carson. Slow walk out towards the mid-control to be able to get a B split on by the looks of it.
3 players down towards the stairs, 2 coming out from the mid position. PKL watching and waiting. Looking above the big box, swings back, sees the first contacting player, 6C. Forces him off angle. There's a little bit of damage, not a lot. But at least gets that mid control and siphons off the A defender as well. He's the only player that's down there towards that ramp position. So if he goes down, they can just full send into the A side. This is going to be a B stat coming through from the CT side.
This is a sick read coming out from paiN. They've got so many players over at this B side. There is a bit of an entry coming through from Sixy and Retchy, though, to hold on to that man advantage, but they don't know about safe.
He takes that first head off the shoulders of Carson. Got 3 players facing him simultaneously. Second headshot. Retchy shuts it down. Neck is spamming through the smoke. Backup is on the way, but he's got to basically solo hold this until Bigger Zera gets the backstab coming in. He's out towards the stairs. Takes out Sotic. Retchy in the midst of the smoke. Fakes the plant once. Needs a 4K clutch here. Spamming through the smoke. Looks back towards the stairs. Entrance at main here. His neck is close towards the site and is desperate to get a headshot at this stage. Forcing forward, making noise. Forcing Neckis to get up on the boost, but he ends up with the kill and ends up with the pistol for paiN.
You wonder what that comes down to. Is that just a read or is that an anti-strat? Because we haven't really seen Rebirth playing a lot of Vertigo recently, but they look like they knew exactly what was happening there. They had 4 players in the B site itself from paiN with 1 A defender on a pistol round, and Rebirth just runs straight into it. They try and end up getting that bomb towards the A site from CT Spawn, but it just doesn't happen, so it's going to have to be a Glock round going into round 2.
Oh, PKL straight in against those 2 frags. Retchy and Carson down, plenty of money being gained. Now Hardzal's chance to pad his stats. Safe also getting a kill out towards that ramp control, leaving Zotic alone against Hardzal. Burst through, does catch that headshot, that's good. Alright. I mean, it shouldn't turn into any more in this round as he left in a 1 versus 4 and the SMG of Safe will shut him down. But yeah, I don't feel like they were really ready for that particular burst Glock shot. And jumping as well, man, in the midst of the air, that's brilliant stuff. But again, rifles coming in for Rebirth, let's see what they can do now.
We have seen some wild stuff like that over the course of both today and yesterday as well. But what we have seen as well is some convincing results. paiN looking to try and see if they can start off with the rifle round as a bonus going into round 3. And a crush coming through from Ramp. Bigger Zera trying to play behind the smoke, instantly gets spammed.
Oh, and PKL spammed through the smoke as well. Zotic, secondary frag being found nice and easy. paiN Gaming shut down on the early phases into the aggressive ramp position. All 3 players will rotate away from their standard positions and go towards the A play instead. Basically what is a stack-in for the paiN Gaming camp.
Just working with what they've got. Maybe Safe could upgrade to that M4 that's underneath him, make a little bit of a sound cue when he does it. Swings out wide with that assistance out from Nikes, but that gives the info up for Rebirth that at least 2 players were playing over towards A.
Flashes in, Hardzal tries to see if he can smoke back the main entrance. Flash also coming his way around the electric boxes, spray through. Retchy the kill on Hardzal, looks back towards the backlines. Carson gets that frag in and taps through with a headshot. Means that Rebirth clean house on T side, big start for them. And they need the T side to go well. Their history on this map has definitely been more of a T lean, so if they can get a good half in, they can set themselves up.
Well, one thing we did see yesterday in the game between paiN and Extrasalt was actually the CT side of Safe having a 17-5 performance with the AWP dropping a 1.6 rating. So he was certainly a big element when it came to that CT side against the Extrasalt side who are currently in the playoffs. Bigger Zera playing out towards the sandbags. Oh, someone molly it, please. There it is.
And Smoke comes down to counter it. They'll have the info on where he is, but how are they going to isolate these kills? The HE can be used from 60 if he can get to position, but Retchy's main focus is going to be getting the kill on towards the alley control. PKL with the orb is going to burn a little bit, get back out of dodge, expect them to re-aggress here. Up on top of the sandbags, Bigger Zera is hunting for his opportunity. The Smoke's about to fade. Nades up, takes that kill when the end swings back to the whole lot more damage. Oh, Bigger Zera escapes with 3 kills. How have they allowed him to do that? Hardzal are left alone with the SMG in a 1 versus 2. The bomb plant can be secure, but they're going to rotate and continue to play off.
Oh, biggest error gets way too much out from the sandbag's position. Unfortunately, so many of his teammates fall in the interim of all of that chaos with the spam that eventually it means that Hardsound's got to try and clutch out a 1 versus 2. And with the time, he might think that they're rotating over to B.
Smoke's on, bomb plant, gonna get secured, nade up. This should do 60 worth of damage. No, he escapes dodge just in time. Re-smoke down, no kit in play for Hards out. Careful where he faces, his head's been seen by Retchi and he will take that kill in the end. So a secondary frag, a secondary round. 3 kills for Retchi overall, and 2-all to the board here for Rebirth. Good trying back in against paiN's pistol and conversion. And now they're down to Eco on the CT side.
paiN have got to figure out a way of adjusting their protocol to deal with this ramp control, right? Because for Rebirth, that's where they found a lot of success with opening kills and trades, is out from that ramp position. And 2 rounds in a row from them over on the T side means that paiN is just going to have no money into round 5. Like Deagle coming through with at least an upgrade for Big Uzera, knowing what he did in that last round. But this could be Rebirth taking the lead, and should be.
Hards out, P2K in, Molotovs force these players out, Nade's coming in, and Carson gets that kill to open things up. 3 players out towards Banger, 1 has been seen out here, spray through's good, are they ready for PKL? Yes they are, actually. Great reads. And in the end, the pistols get cleaned up nice and easy, can't expect much less here from this round. Rebirth not allowing any frags to go the way of paiN Gaming. This will be a lead being taken by Rebirth. Again, they need to establish it very quickly in this early half. Try and get as many rounds as possible on T.
Retchi's looking pretty impressive. Could be on for his 10th kill so far, and there it is. Getting a nice little tidy triple going into that anti-eco. But although we haven't seen a lot of rifle rounds coming through from both these teams as of yet, to be able to get off 10-2, being involved in a lot of those opening kills and entry frags, good crosshair placement even onto those 2 players out towards a banger position. It does grant Rebirth the lead, but by going to come back from paiN, no money to go in for an AWP as of yet.
No need to at this stage. paiN can't afford it. Rebirth have got plenty of rifles as standard. The MAC-10 can even do the damage onto the Kevlar, helmetless players with the Kevlar for paiN. So let's see if he can get any of these frags together and to just pick apart the CT side. It would be a great way in if they could. And plenty of money being gained for that player as well. Hardzao, however, is again aggressive towards the wall. Banger swings up, sees 2. Oh, he's praised! And now Retchi can catch off PKL, but they found a 2-for-1 trade for it. Swings back around, 2 CTs are out here. Nekiz will fall, and Hardzao switching out towards the AKs here. The Molotov standing by. He's protecting himself away from his position as the T side try and continue the attack. CJ the King moving forward. Finally, Hardzao falls. The big Uzera is there for the trade. Retchi good to respond.
How are they finding these trades? That should have been the round done and there. After a couple of kills come in for a 5-on-3 and you drop that bomb, you normally secure rounds, but instead, Safe's now got to try and clutch out a 1 versus 2, and Rebirth have got so much time to try and sell a fake.
Oh, burst through from Safe. Not good enough against Zotic. 13 HP though. He got real close. And you're right, those trades fantastic from the Rebirth camp, encouraging signs going into the early part of this map up as paiN, by all accounts, like you mentioned, Big Uzera should have secured that round single-handedly. And now they're back on the pistols again for paiN Gaming, as Scout actually coming through from Big Uzera, so there's a little bit more from the CT side. But again, not a stab that you should be able to expect to win around here. If it does, great. If not, well, rifles out for the next one.
Seems to be a bit of a common occurrence that paiN Gaming just always get off to slow starts. We saw it in the Extra Salt game that they only really started holding contention when it came into some of the late rounds, and even on Dust 2 being 1-9 down, trying to bring it back. Eco coming in towards the B side, Deagle finds the first, and the one from Nickers.
They're playing around this wallbang position so well on the CT side, even when they're down on weapon advantage. 4-on-3, 5-7 forcing back with the USP towards the left-hand side of E-Box. Molotovs onto the default positions. The 5-7's been seen. Smoke coming through to try and deny position here. Zotic's going to put that up to 60. He still has 1 in play. Flash is being used to find the entry. CTs are forced back. That Scout is in. The Deagle's also coming in to support. The plant can be secured.
Double nades on this CT side. They come out, but they get baited with the bomb plant. That draws the nades in, but it doesn't really do any damage.
60 taking some damage on his face back. Zotic finally going to stick to the plant, and the USB starts swinging. Big Azera gets 60 as a result. Zotic there with a trade back, and a 3 versus 2. They're all heavily tagged on the CT side, but the AKs are getting him even more tag damage. Zotic ends up with a double. CJ backs him up from the back of white, but Big Azera with that scout shot in now turns it to a 1 versus 1, looking for the high ground and catching the one angle he needs to steal the round back from Rebirth. And that was a full eco as well for the CT side.
They did not have a lot of investment into that last round, and they make it successful. A couple of great kills come out from Knickers. It seems like in terms of opening kills towards the B stairs, they're doing a lot. We saw it in the rifle round, we see it in the eco, and Big Azera with the scout being able to close out, bringing the scoreline closer and closer to Rebirth. They'll be angry that they lost that round.
And they chime in with revenge, though. That's the concern. Flash is over. AWP in Exotic. Looking out to that side alley position. The nade standing by from Big Azera, trying to see if he can jump face. Catch off some sort of damage. Nice nade on 60 in particular, landing directly at his feet. The flashbang's also going to try and force his player away. But no kills as of right now for paiN. Rebirth unable to do anything at all for the CT side. No tags as of yet. Big Azera's taken some very risky peeks. It seems like he's hungry for a kill. He might just find it, sees Retchy, doesn't get him down.
All it takes is a couple of flashes and a molly for the T side to be able to regain this ramp control. paiN just trying to jiggle peek so often and didn't really find the success, but now they're pushing alley.
Safe moves up. Oh, not quite finding the Mac 10. Carsten gets that kill instead, and now it's a 5 versus 4 being gained. Rebirth continuing to wrap over, sprays through on 60. Molotov's coming out as well. Big Azera backing off. 60 gets that secondary kill. Damage being done. Makes it a double with Retchy securing the next frag. Hardzao left alone towards the T-spawn lurk, and while his teammates falling on A means that Rebirth should have that 5th. You said they were angry about losing that round, and it definitely came to show here. Confidence coming through with sheer aggression.
This looks worrying because paiN just aren't delivering when it comes to these rifle rounds. We saw them win pistol, win the anti-eco, and then they win an eco to get their 3rd. Well, what's happening with the rest of these rounds? Rebirth are really starting to regain control here, and that rifle round it wasn't even close. We see the way in which the AWP starts pushing forward, miss shot comes through, and then a Mac 10 swings wide, and even the M4 struggles.
Yeah, paiN just ripped apart in that round, and again, for Rebirth, this is a nice change of pace compared to the end of that last map. At least Hardzao gets an exit frag. Almost makes it a double. Doesn't want to give up the kill, though. He falls back out position, so... Five to 3. Should be seeing a force spike coming through, actually. They're dropping weapons, so CT side are going to get right back into the thick of it. Not entirely, though. Just upgrade pistols, lacking in Kevlar on some individuals.
Yeah, they've got a lot of loss bonus behind them, and they know that certainly on these kind of rounds where they've got limited weaponry, they've been able to do a lot of damage in response, so maybe giving the indication, well, let's just try and buy down from an AWP, work with that M4 too from Hardzao. Bit of an aggressive play towards the B site in terms of a stack from the CTs, though.
Smokes down, M4 in for Hardzao. What can he really do with this? One T-side player will push forward. He can get that kill. Retchy ends up with the 2 players that were in the background to the side, though. Hardzao struggling to get that secondary frag. 60 can trade him. And Big Azera and safe. Last 2 players left. CJ shuts down the pistol, so it's all left to the AWP here. He finds that first kill, which is a decent start, and repositions to right backstabbing against CJ. He reads that position, though, and he'll start to press forward towards CT spawn. But he's out of dodge here, realizing that this is out of the round. Another confident take in from the T-side line. As they'll get towards 6, and safe will have the weapon.
Things are looking very promising here for Rebirth on the T side of Vertigo. And for paiN, they'll be relatively happy with the outcome. As long as they hold on to this AWP, then it was worth the investment, right? They don't upgrade too much. They had that M4 saved in. They upgrade a couple of pistols around the AWP. They get away with a couple of kills. Not a massive amount of damage in terms of T-side economy, but and keep that AWP in play. Don't need to reinvest it. 6 to 3, paiN. They just... I say that they can't afford to get off to slow starts, but then again, I'm thinking back to Dust 2, and, well, maybe they can, if they can bring it back at the right time.
AK's in, Zotic straight up with that kill on Biggest Hero. I don't know what happened with the cameras there. All right. Spinneroonies as he goes down and start things off here in this round. Hardzao again trying to press forward and catch up the kills here towards the stairs area, and he's successful dropping that bomb. Knows roughly where Carson is as well, but is able to escape back to the side here, escaping with assistance from his teammate. Still the T-side players continue to press. Carson not being seen by Hardzao. That Molotov towards quad should force him out of the way. AK in 60 finally sees that player, finally takes him down. Burns to take a little bit of damage. Neck is still trying to contest here. It's a very early hit coming in from the T-side line. They lose a couple of players. I thought that transfer came through, but no. The Orps in the back line supporting to a 2 versus 2.
Trades have been really good here for the T side. Do they expect a backstab? Boost coming through for the AWP, trying to see if they can get some vision over the top towards that construction position. But this backstab could be the round-winning play. Are they going to back off towards ramp? No, they're staying towards B stairs on this T side.
But they're not going to move here. paiN know that they've got a cross-pass safe crosspair if they want to try to get the bomb plant in. So all he has to do is hold that angle. Smoke does fade though, so there's another position to kind of keep your eyes on. Bomb plant will be secured. Zotic gets spotted by PKL. Big frag to find. CJ trying to hold up against some flashes in. AWP tagged up heavy. M4 trying to swing back towards the stairs. Safest cross back, but PKL finds his angle, finds his spray, and finds the fourth for paiN.
That was very, very passive coming in from paiN, and I like the way they played that 2 versus 2. Could have got a little bit awkward when they both come in from 2 very different angles to give up individual 1v1s, but it was good timing on that swing, and especially onto that last player. We saw that for CJ, he was doing damage on the player from City Spawn, but looking back between the stairs and from City Spawn, it just makes it so difficult to try and be able to fight both players at the same time. And paiN win a very important round, and they even bring the double orbs forward into round 11 now.
Yeah, the second one saved for free off the back of the T side, losing it in that last round. Flashes over PKL back here towards the corner play. I don't know if Zotic is going to read this position. He's looking towards the alley entrance, expecting there to be some sort of CT contact, but again, it's just this player passive behind the wall. Oh, he's known. He's known. 2 shots come through from Zotic. He's read it. He just knows.
Oh my goodness, the double bang coming in with the AWP. There is a return from the CT side, but what a read that was from Zotic. No players out towards the B side, and Rebirth are now starting to make some control up towards A.
Smoke down and try to stop them from making their way forward to the ramp control. 60's got a smoke of his own to put down. On the side alley entrance and the M4 top of the oranges. We'll need to try and focus fire on that ramp control. Player up on the platform. Biggest Aero is going to fall away. Hold back to side alley. Molotov missing out there from the T-side line. Counterflashes forward. 2 M4s back here. Biggest Aero sprays awkward. 60 comes up with a kill. Rexy finds the trade as well. And Neck is to a 3-on-2 advantage for Rebirth here.
So much utility is being poured in. AWP gets close towards the connection. Double ups on the retake here from paiN.
Not going for the wall bangs through the boxes either. Good flashes coming over from the T side. I don't know, that player's boosted up towards the top of white position. They've seen that player behind the scaffolding though. Second shot not connecting. The AWP Hardzao does come through in the end. Knows that Carson's still there. Eventually gets that secondary kill. Now needs to catch Zotic in a 1 versus 1. AWP v AWP. Smoke goes back down again, trying to force Zotic to peek. He does fire away. He knows roughly where he is. And he gets that clutch for it. 4 kills for Hardzao. And a 5th round for paiN.
Oh, he's so good. He is so good, Hardzao. My goodness. The 20-year-old on this team has been showing up in so many moments. AWP connects onto a 1 versus 3, gets that kit, puts the smoke down, baits Zotic out to the open. And Rebirth are taking a tactical because of it.
The Hardzao's been a consistent thorn in their side. The discussion right here is going to be, how the hell do we shut this guy down?
Yeah.
He is just the constant bright spark. Even when paiN are lagging behind like they are doing right now, like, he's able to aggress, find so many kills, and turn up AWP retakes like he just did right there. Like, he had no right winning that 1v3, and lo and behold, he did just that. 1 round the difference. paiN, of course, will be back up on that AWP. The M4s on 2 players, and SMG for PK will be limited. I imagine Necky should be able to buy down, and indeed he will. Lacking in head Kevlar for a couple of players, that's fine. Rebirth back up to their full buy.
They need to be able to keep control on this T side if they really want to start putting some pressure on. Zonic getting flashed out. Aggressive play coming through. AWP gets close to the connection. How is he still alive? Finally, he falls. PKL still here and sees another player from 60 who's trying to trade it back.
Continues down to his angle. AK Tatsu gets that kill in the end for a 2-for-1 that favors the T side line. He also sees the AWP and he trades damage with him. Good wallbang shot, the leg shot coming through against 60. And look at Reggie up here towards CT spawn. Still takes a dink from Nekiz. But now the only player that's left towards the B side defense is Hardzao here at the stairs. If he blinks now, he could catch off the bomb planter. Sees 60, Carson's right around the corner. He knows it. He wins that fight and gets it to a 2v2. Backup has arrived and all the smokes go down. CJ the King gonna force him into the corner. They're gonna know his exact position. That Molotov should force him back away. Eventually Reggie finds that frag, but now it's all left to safe here. The AWP in position. At the edge of the smoke, can't quite seem to find angles. He's waiting in the midst of it. The Molotovs continue to face forward, and the AWP sees his man. No, he doesn't. Reggie catches him off, gets a 3K to his own volley. Oh my, Summit's calling, dude. Summit's calling for you.
I don't know why he's pressing forward near the molly. Like, they've won the round, just hold on to the weapon. But look, Rebirth have done it. That could have been another big hold coming out from the big man of Hardzao, but it's just not enough. Reggie has done a lot of work over on this T side. 19 kills to his name. And paiN Gaming, they're going to have to eco again.
Yeah, basic pistols in, like a Kevlar. Then you're going to cause for safe. Out towards the mid control, they will go. Good counter flashes will keep the T-side players blind. And once again, they're going to heavy stack in towards this B play and CT spawn. There's no one over on the A side. They're going to split in here from the mid and the stairs control. We've seen that one player in the back lines. Tap to eventually getting that kill on stage. Zotic, Hardzao, and Reggie also getting involved in the trade team. All the big zero. Bomb has been dropped, but so many T-side players to find, so it's not going to happen for him. Rebirth will win the round and win the half at 8-5.
See if they could just keep dominating. And we certainly saw on Dust 2, they were able to, clutch out in round 15 to get that 10-5 half. So a chance for them to replicate, get that mirror image. And paiN Gaming, one thing that we've seen very prevalent from them over the course of this first half is just how rough their economy has been. They've constantly been on these eco rounds, and Rebirth aren't slowing down at all. They're rushing out towards ramp.
And Nekiz in the midst of the smoke, M4 swings up. That's Zotic with the kill. Big Uzera and CJ going back and forth to a 4 versus 3. M4's up, Molotov's down. PKL on the side alley position. The Molotovs and smoke continue to come forward and try to force him out of position. He's waiting for the T-side players to contact him. He's the only player here. Hardzao needs to get to the backside safe on the side defensive itself, so it's all going to rest on Hardzao to be the linchpin player. They haven't accounted for him. The AWP going to get spotted. M4 comes up with 2. Turns around against 60 though. He finds that trade, and safe is all that remains. He's got a smoke and no kit for this retake. Are there any drops on site? I don't think so. He catches 60 though, still gets that frag together, and now it's all left on CJ in the 1 versus 1. Check inside, check in sight. Smoke gonna go down. Is he gonna go for the full 10-second stick? That'll be a ballsy play. He's tapping it, forcing CJ to spray through, gets the information back. Is he gonna clutch this? Yes, he will! Exactly like the AWP clutch, but no time. The AWP will get saved, but it will be 9 for Rebirth.
Well played there from CJ, just playing out the time. If Safe would have had a kit, then sure, that round would have been won, and it could have been a really big clutch for the CTs, but with no kit in sight, knowing, again, how wrecked their economy has been, there's just no way that you're going to be able to win out a situation like that. Rebirth consistently putting up some big numbers when it comes to this T side, and paiN Gaming, this buy is looking even worse than the last round.
Straight in on CJ, shutting out Nekiz, kicking things off on the right foot for the T's. Despite that AWP being in play, SMG to highlight the FAMA as well. Maybe Hardzao could catch off some players as they go right past him. He presses forward again, loving to go aggressive towards the stairs area, and he's getting a lot of success out of it. Not quite a kill this time, but flashes in, the smoke does go down. The Molotov didn't even extend towards this corner, so he could have stayed right there. The T-side players, they will catch that player off in the end, take him out for a 2-for-1.
It looked like they were going to start to back off, but they want to commit towards this B side. Everyone is here from the paiN side. They are putting everything into this gamble stack. And with so much time left on the clock, Rebirth can go for a double pump. They can start trying to play the mind games, try and see if they can split the CT defense. Now, there is a bit of an aggressive play coming out for Big Uzera, who could potentially try and get in behind them.
He's going to hear the footsteps as well. Oh, this is a lot of info. Another AK also in play for the CT side. He's going to drop down into the ladder room. Is anyone going to read this? They have now, and Retchy does see that bomb. Orp in, Safe gets shut back. So PKL left on the rotations will make his way in towards the back of the site. But should not be able to do anything with this position, I don't imagine. 1 versus 4, retake in, no utility, no kit. Spray is good for the first player, but on 19 points of health, he's got a second, actually. Backstab accounted for a Carson? No, shut down by the AK. And Rebirth again go 10-5 up at the turn of the first half.
Like standing in the sun, you really feel the heat. I break a sweat just like every time we meet. That girl is blazing hot, she's burning up the spot. She's tearing up the floor, I'm loving what she's got. Go. I gotta take my chances. I like the way she dances. She shake it up so good, just like the shoulder should, shoulder should, shoulder should, should. She's on fire, 1,000 degrees, she's on fire. I'm feeling the heat like, oh, somebody better put her out like, oh, before she burn the place down. She's on fire, like the thermometer, she's going through the roof. That girl ain't no lie, believe me, that's the truth. Now watch her as she go, she ripping up the floor. And if you don't know, now you know. No. Gotta take my chances. I like the way she dances. She shake it up so good, just like the shoulder should, shoulder should, shoulder should. She's on fire, 1,000 degrees, she's on fire. I'm feeling the heat like, oh, somebody better put her out like, oh, before she burn the place down. She's on fire, 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 1,000 degrees, she's on fire. I'm feeling the heat like, oh, somebody better put her out.
Well, once again, Rebirth claimed the opening half at a 10-5 scoreline, but can that translate into the second? We saw them struggle in the second half of Dust 2, and we'll look to try to see if paiN can put up this similar sort of hurt here in their T side line. Again, such a ridiculous T basis for Rebirth. They got themselves a very good half in this one, but now comes the hard graft. Can they focus against the paiN side? They've got those Glocks in on the pistols. Safe flashing his teammates in from spawn out towards the A site. Smoke already going down towards the site. Carson gets a kill straight for the smoke, and he's going to get another one on PKO as well. Safety dropping to Retchy and something like that. Rebirth have shut down the entire side of alley presence. 2 standing, Big Azera next to fall towards Retchy, and Hardsdale left alone in a 1 versus 5. That is a hell of a start for Rebirth.
Oh, that's perfect from them. We saw that a couple of players started slow walking in from mid, and as soon as they start pushing and they start hearing some of the footsteps, they start just rotating everyone over towards that A site, and the kills just start coming through the smoke. They find so many to start off. There's no trades that come back from that paiN side, not even close towards a bomb plan, and Rebirth start things off on their CT basis with an opening pistol round that looked just too easy.
Force in from Rebirth, of course, coming through off the back of that last round. They're going to go full eco, however, again for paiN. They have loved going ecos in these full-off rounds, and it has worked out well for them in the long term. It might allow Rebirth to get to 12 to 5, which is a little bit dangerously close. But you can imagine that this still holds itself together for this squad. Right now, just facing with the SMGs bursting through from CJ. Carson gets caught off guard by Vertigo, making his way into the back line. That's going to be a decent frag in. SMG going to get overwhelmed off that bomb, however, and eventually goes down to a 3 versus 3. Another SMG back here, however, catches those 2 kills, makes it a burst through to the headshot on a 3rd. So good flanks, but just unfortunately not good enough.
They get a couple of kills. If they got a bomb plant, that could have been a very successful eco, but when you know it's just a Glock round, any damage is good damage. It's going to help trying to go forward into round 18 in terms of trying to reset your opposition's economy. AWP upgrade coming in very early on, very expensive out for Zonic. And for Rebirth, Jay, no matter how low their win percentage is on the CT side, when you're up 12 to 5, you just feel like if you can gather one rifle round and get that early momentum, you can set yourself up for victory.
Oh, the AWP seen by Neki. Zotic thought he had the angle on lock. Couldn't see the T-side member, though, and he takes him out to kick things off in this round. paiN have taken some damage, though. He's on 16, Digger0 on 63. Leaning in towards his AD, thought they got one player in the back lines up on the boost orange boxes. But Rechi's got his own backstab coming through here for the CT line. Out towards T-spawn. I'm going to get this information. Won't see anything out towards the B site entryways. Might have to rotate back around. Run away is it a long way around?
I think it's B. Look at the positioning coming through from the city side. The backstabs come in. 60 and now a teammate of CJ the King's over from B. They got to get back over to A, though. Carson's alone.
Made out of 44 HP. He's going to fall back to passive. They can gain access to the site here and get the bomb plant in, so you can imagine that probably it might be a retake setup from Rebirth from here on out. Smokes onto the site, on main cross and side alley cross. And that bomb will cross through towards side alley itself. No one's defending central site, so they can't shut it down. Again, it will be a retake from Rebirth.
Now, will it, though? That's the big question, is that unless they can somehow get a kill quickly and get into repositioning positions, they might just try and back off and save from here, because paiN have got full site access and even control of ramp.
Well, Rechi again trying to get towards the backstab position here towards the bottom middle control, but you're right about this, actually, yeah. They're going to fall away. They're going to save their weapons. Right on the money with that call, Dwayne. Well done. 6 to the board of the paiN Gaming side. Well done to them as well. 1 kill, breaking the backs of them, and just some sloppy information calling. Like, I don't know why Rechi decided to go all the way towards T-spawn and call in the rotations towards the B site, because again, he saw nothing. You know, he had no information. He didn't see any T-side players. All he knew that was that mid was open, and that was it.
It was a big lack of information, right? We see that Zonic gets punished out from that mid play from Nikes to start the round off, and just clearing out that mid control, getting it towards T-spawn, they take a bit of a gamble. Maybe it's not so much a misread, but just that they want to try and gamble the situation and say to Carson, right, you play A solo, they run into B, we've got 2 players on the site with a quick backstab in from Rechi, they go A, we'll just save. And that's exactly what happens. Hold on to their weapons, bring them forward into round 19, but it does offer up a rifle round and a round victory for paiN.
Smokes on, flashes over, M4 spraying in from Carson, trying to do the damage towards PKL, but all the bullets missed out early towards this default. Forward player here towards this alley position. Carson at alley entrance, going to be counter-mollied, it seems like, by this one T-side player. Great nade in on PKL, though. They'll do the early damage here for the CT forces. They try and deny some map control for the moment.
paiN are making a lot of noise out from this ramp control, not being silent about it. Lots of spams coming in from yellow. Carson does give away his position towards that side alley angle, but for Rebirth, we're not seeing a lot of repositioning from them. Not even Gamble stacking up towards the A side. They're still even backing off instead and playing it quite passive.
Yeah, once again, only a couple of players here on the passive positions at the main entrance towards the A site. Molly's in, smokes go down again. Carson thinking of the rotations. He's Not got any utility he can put down. CJ, the opposite can be said for him. Molly's coming through for the T-side exit. And PKL seeing Incendiary come back out again, very premature on that throw. The plant can be secured in a moment. He's going to plant very open as a result. No, he's just faking it actually, forcing the CT players to make their rounds and go down towards the default play.
Oh, Nade's coming into Bigger Zero's position. Spam coming through, forward. Oh, just gets out of there alive. 5-on-5 retake now.
Opportunity brought out here by Rebirth. HP advantage, not quite a man advantage. No kills coming in for either side as of right now. paiN playing the passive post plant. PKL look on towards the upper white area. Neck is in the midst of the smoke on top of the railing as he ducked down, sprays through from stage, catches 1 and 2. Fantastic sequence dotted with the AWP on the trade, spraying through towards the bomb site itself. Hards out, taking himself a kill and a third out of side alley. He is the savior for paiN as they gain 7 to the T side.
We saw some really great retaking smokes up for Rebirth. One of them that you don't see all too often was actually onto Nikez's position that completely blinded him out from the rafters and the railing angle, but instead it's just the ramp players from Safe in particular to start off that post part, getting in a lot of damage, and Hards out closing out the round. Rebirth just being completely reset on the economy means that they've got an eco going into round 20, and it's a stack up towards A.
One's very aggressive here towards the A site. Could catch the default players off guard. Bigger Zero and PKL could be in trouble. 2 CTs being seen. PKL takes the tag, falls back for it. Bigger Zero also getting flash blinded. Tag to 41 on that dink. So CTs have done their damage. I think PKL and Safe are going to realize what's going on here. That bomb's going to get picked up and rotated away from that mid control. 1 kill on PKL will tag him down. Safe then to try and bail out his teammates. Does run out of ammo, though. He could go down himself. The Glock does get that headshot, and Retchy, last player left, being seen here by the CT forces. Safe's going to escape, go rejoin his teammates. Might leave an AK for Retchy to recover here, but actually being hunted by the T-side players wrapping around from the A site itself. So Bigger Zera receiving this play on the off angle. Safe. Will get shut down. So another good exit frag, but for an eco, couldn't quite find that third.
paiN now starting to build up a little bit of a streak themselves. Now, we saw that they won pistol, the anti-eco to start off the half, and then had a couple of individual rounds here or there on their CT side, but this has been this bigger streak from them at currently 3 in a row. And try and see if they can make it just a little bit further. The money line in terms of reserve, very limited here for the Rebirth side. No kit in play going into round 21.
Might be harsh from the retakes here. They're going to get hyper-aggressive on the defensive as a result of this. Look at the aggression coming in towards ramp. And that sprays for PKL, still tagging Retchy down below 50 points of health here. Haven't accounted for Carsten, though. No one's going to face him. It's also not going to give away any information to his position at this moment. Burst throughs, nothing being found. Carefully positioned by the CT side. The T is just as passive and just as careful.
PKL's trying to bait in some more aggression. There is a player out towards ramp that at least tries to put a nade down, but he's playing it so passively that any of this damage trying to come in is just not going to connect. The 60 has a little bit of support over towards CT Spawn for 2 players, but for paiN Gaming, they're just trying to really slow this down, play out the mind games. They've still got so much utility on this T side.
$50 seconds to the clock. Flashes over as Hardzal looks up. Going to be ready to position here with the T-side line, but time is ticking. Running very, very low here. 35 to the clock, 60 holding the defense alone towards the B side. Backer is here quickly for Zotic's part. Nades up, smokes coming all over the place forward for the Molotovs. Hardzal's going to burn at 25. On site itself, and they're safe in with that frag. Big kill to open things up. They need to get the bomb plant now. Or in, Bigger Zero bails out his teammate, and not knowing that the CT player that's close, but Zotic is still going to fall. All the kills pouring in for paiN at the right moments here, and even more going their way. No chance in hell for Rebirth.
It's not going to happen. Carsten's just got to save onto this M4. It's his only bet. And Rebirth, Jay, it was something that was certainly up for discussion, is the lack of CT bases for them on Vertigo. But when you're up 12-5, you're almost expected to really start to run away with the map, but it's looking the other way. Can't even save onto that rifle. It's going to have to be another eco down for the Rebirth side. paiN, now only 3 rounds the difference, and that was so slow. One thing that even caught me off guard was Safe chucked over the AWP for Bigger Zera. For some reason, they just traded out weapons, and it seemed like Bigger his area started connecting with all picks.
I mean, if it works, it works. So, you know. The paiN. Oh, the AWP goes back in the hands of Safe, and he just shuts down that first kill on 60. Straight up entry kill found on the opener. Pistols out, of course, for the CT side, but there is an upgrade in for Carson. 1 or 2 Deagles in play at the moment, and he does take PKL for a ride. Damage being done to the T side once again. These CTs getting away with some decent HP numbers, but can they convert them into kills, and can they convert those kills into the round? That is the next big question.
Can't lose too much up against this eco, surely. Hardzal already onto CJ the King, out from mid, and Nickers has just got no idea what's happening from Retchie's POV. Zonic and Carson just trying to see if they can maybe get one more kill. They've been able to pick up that AK. If they can force Bigger's there into a bit of a fight, that could be a bit more of a chance, and they force him into a fight, but Carson's going to be the last one left. paiN Gaming getting to double digits now in this second half.
Carson only doing so much here. Shut down by Hardzal, who's 20 kills deep right now for paiN. Funny enough, he's the only player that's actually positive right now for this squad, which is kind of surprising considering how many highlight moments we've seen. I mean, I guess he is obviously the main guy that's been doing all the clutching and the entrying and everything like that. Some of those numbers are a little bit low for a team that are now within 2 of the Rebirth lead. So they can make it within 1 and potentially equalize. On the back of that, already in for Safe, trying to get that entry in against Carson. Got close, but again, not quite landing it here. A little bit off target. They don't do much damage to return here for the CT side, though, so he can stay back in a pretty confident spot. Entry out from mid control as well for paiN. Right now, they're spreading out their options. They're going to try and find an entry pick.
Having like the running boost out towards this mid position, just trying to see if they can find any bit of an angle towards this mid position. They just missed the timing of the CT getting back in towards the spawn. Oh, they might get this first kill. They do.
Big kill, the biggest era. Retchie trading it back, however. 4-on-4 situation. Smokes down in the midst of Molly. Splash is also coming through from Carson. Bases forwards. These 2 players only finds the one, actually. No. Safe, completely safe at the moment. And Deagle in. Is he going to drop off quiet? Can he find the CT players lurking around the smokes? Oh, Carson, 60 pixels away, seeing there, Deagle taps through, but Retchie takes him down to a 3-on-2. Bomb and CT controlling, or PKL and Hardzal. Hell of a task to regain back this position, gain back this bomb, and gain back this round.
Not an easy position at all for the T side to regain this, and Retchie with the enemy piece just going to try and play around this bomb itself. No utility for the T side to follow. The wide swing comes out, and Retchie misses the AWP. They may be checking his position. They do! It's all down to Zonic, and they're hearing these footsteps, or are they? They turn around once they hear the information, and Zonic's going to try and clutch a 1 versus 2. Swings out wide, tries to get aggressive in towards the B side, but the bomb's going to go down. Zonic needs to try and isolate these kills, and it doesn't happen. paiN Gaming bring back a 2 versus 3, the perfect crosshair placement, the perfect read onto that position in CT. Oh, Rebirth, how are you not winning that?
Because paiN know their playbook, apparently. Carson should have had that round 1. He was right there, ready to take the trade frag. As soon as they went towards that bomb's position, as soon as they made a footstep, he was ready to swing right back and get that kill and get that round together for Rebirth. But they read it like a book. They were so ready. And Safe will take another good kill back here on the entries towards the A side. AK of Hardzal will follow suit on Retchie. Already 2 kills found on this eco, making it 4 in the end. As Safe as PKL also chime right back into control. 60 left alone out here towards the stairs. And I mean, what else do you do from here? This round is over.
Now, I'm going to say something wild, but I almost want to see Rebirth do like a triple AWP setup. It's something unique, because no matter what they're doing on this CT side, especially on the gun rounds, they're getting slammed. They're getting absolutely slapped around. It's not even close. You even look at that round in the last where they've got the advantage and it's still being won out by the paiN side. It's being brought back in their favor, trying to go hunting onto this last player of 60 who's trying to hold on to the AK. And they can afford it. They've got so much money on this T side.
Money goes back in for the Rebirth camp, obviously, on the loss bonus that will start to build. What's the call? It's still an SMG for Retchie, actually, so he's not in an ideal position. AWP comes in for Zotic. M4's out for 2 more. 6C on the M4, yep. So no triple AWPs, no double AWPs, in fact. No wild setups here from Rebirth, but I agree with you on at least the theory, on the theorem, you know? I mean, I don't agree with the actual setup, but just like... need to find something so much more different here. They need to find a return sort of round, that's something to swing momentum back, something that paiN Gaming won't be expecting, because right now they're throwing everything at the book and nothing is stuck.
Zodic's at least going to have a little bit more of a slower peek in towards this ramp control. Doesn't have a lot of support from his teammates, but it is an aggressive angle that could at least find him an entry.
Zotic trying to find his way in. Safe's got a better angle, a better pixel, and a better start here for paiN Gaming on the kill.
Oh, they can't catch a break. The AWP peeks in for the other side of Safe, and it's just a simple opening AWP pick, and from here, they could just set themselves up for the execution. SMG's going to try and get close up from Retchy, try and play as close quarters as possible.
SMG trying to focus against them. M4 continuing the spray here for Carson, but does not get anything out of this. 5-on-4 situation, paiN Gaming. AK and Nekiz is going to start moving in. The smoke going down, the Molotov coming through as well towards the oranges. CJ get forced off the angle, 33 HP for him. Continuing burst up from Carson. Retchy comes up with a kill. PKL deals with the last player that's holding on the central site itself. And now it's retake mode for the rest of Rebirth.
A tough one again for the CTs, trying to fight for the disadvantaged position. And while they do have a kit in play for CJ, there's no utility, and they're already backing off and saving. Look at Hardzao. He's already at the B side. They might even lose more players.
Oh, turns away from 60 at the wrong moment. So they do get an AK for their trouble, but still going to be a save in from Rebirth, not opted to go back into the site. And the T's can go hunting here again. They've got plenty of cash, like you mentioned before. Can continue buying in and in over and over again. But for now, they're going to be able to get something money that can't buy. It's going to be a round for the T side and a lead for the T side as well. And just to draw the comparisons back to Dust 2 and seeing how well that went, obviously we saw how Rebirth got the 10-5 half, just like they did in this particular map up. They got the early lead, they got the full control going into the last few rounds of the matchup, and then paiN came right back into control. Again, there are reasons for it this time, though. T-side is such a huge basis for paiN to work off of, and well, they just need to get this one more little bit of boost up to get towards 16.
8 rounds in a row for paiN. Just a ridiculous streak coming out from them. Contestation goes to come through towards this ramp control, but biggest error? I think they maybe tried the run boost and failed it.
Seems to be on the position of the map. It seems like that's the case. All right, well, that's a lifeline for Rebirth. PKL being on low HP especially, so easy trade to find. If they lose it from this position, I would be shocked at Rebirth at this stage. Molotov's in, going to try force Optic away. That'll be semi-successful. He still holds the same angle, just from a little bit further back, which makes it a little bit harder to get the kill for the T-side line. Safe boosted up, looking towards Scaff. 1 AK in for the CTs, and Retchy suspecting that might be the case. He's not going to go too far forward.
Rebirth might even sort of think they backed off in the B side now because it's got so silent so quickly. More T side presence is going to start to come in terms of the rotations, but Safe is just hoping that someone swings out, certainly at least when site presence gets shown.
Warps in. Desperate to get some sort of overextension, but Rebirth are not going to give it to the T side. Smoke's going to go down, Molotov to follow suit as well. Orp moving in, expecting Retchy to peek up. Flashbang keeps them blind, and the kill can come through to PKL. 5 versus 3, making it 2. Hardzao and Safe get a couple of trades together. The bomb's got to cross back, and Zotic is so ready for that. AK a Hardzao in a 1 versus 3 situation. If there's one player I trust with a clutch, it would be him. He gets that first in as the flashbang fails. No further flashes can come through for the CT side. And Carson will get that final kill in this round to secure it for the likes of Rebirth. 13 all. We are dead set even once again here. But the rebuy can still come through for paiN. They've still got so much money here.
Oh, they've ended the streak. That's the big one. They've ended the streak finally of 8 in a row. They've managed 3 rounds on this CT side. 2 of them was from the pistol and the anti-eco. Can they bring any more together? Recovering double AWPs at the end of that last round too. And paiN Gaming buying straight back in. Another fast play out towards this ramp patrol for CJ, trying to play behind their smoke.
SMG facing PKL with the AK moving up. Bursting through from Carson, getting nothing out of this one here. Spray through, first frag found. SMG trying to catch this player off guard once again. But past the smoke, he can reduce so much damage, not quite get the kill. No info on how much he's actually done at this stage, so all in all, paiN Gaming getting away with a big advantage.
A great opening find for PKL, just trying to work around that smoke, and even for Big Zero, has got to deal with the AWP. They need flashes over the top to try and deal with 60's position, but it's even the utility out from mid that's drawing them away from the B site.
As Big Zero starts leaning in, he can catch off that AWP, caught looking the wrong way though. At least clears out the upper echelons of the site, so we can just put the utility down to suppress the AWP position. There's a small gap there to worry about. That smoke's going to go in, so the bomb can cross successfully. And a retake mode for Rebirth is going to feature 2 AWPs in M4 and a USP for CJ. I think he's looking for another automatic, only getting the MP9. Doesn't matter though. M4's taken out. Safe is trying to force the save here from the CT forces, and they're just backing off towards the A play. PKL hunting for the exit frag. Going to try to take these AWPs out of position, because paiN Gaming are going to have 14, get right back on track.
There's so many T-side players that have left the site. They've realized how important it is to try and go hunting. There is a one-on-one trade for AWP, but there's still so much money on the T-side that they can afford to keep fragging out. Zodic now trying to save onto the AWP. 4 T-side players around him. Good shot does come up for PKL, but now nothing gets saved in. And, well, Rebirth have got to make a tough decision here. Do they force or not, Jay? Do they want to play for overtime? The money is not there to get a full buy together.
This is the kind of round where you take a tactical pause to discuss that, but you're right, they're buying. They are heavy investing into this round. And that could cost them everything. Overtime's not that far away from Rebirth, but still they want to go for it, still don't want to deny it. paiN out on the defaults, the standard nades coming through. Big Zero alongside PKL, been stellar, taking his ramp control, taking the kills out against the CT forces, even from behind the smokes. CJ should get pushed out of position. It lands in the midst of the smoke, actually, but the CT player was acting. He might have given away some footstep noises. Either way, paiN trying for it, getting those wall banks together. Oh, it gets the head and all. CJ couldn't have seen that coming from a mile away.
The first tag and then the headshot. I think they've seen the secondary player. They certainly have.
Good night.
That comes through a second one. Now coming in for safe. This force buy is getting ripped apart by the team.
Such a heavy investment from the CTs. The fact they haven't been able to do anything with it is concerning. Retchy can at least find one as well. It gets the trade back to a 3 versus 3. Swing back on Biggest Zero is not going to be successful though, as he gets that headshot in, gains the site control. Bomb plant yet to be secured. That's actually rotating away towards that B site. Not like it'll matter, because it seems like the CTs are going to fall before the bomb plant could even be secured at this stage. 1 on 3 for 60. And paiN just rotates straight out to the B site. Hardzout's hunting for the final frag.
He's already in CT controls. 6C might be on for this clutch. 1 versus 2. He might as well try his luck at it. And don't really want to be saving onto this M4. Let's see if he can get this 1v2.
Big Zero is low, so an opportunity presents itself, but triple up for the T-side player who gets this kill. Triple up for whoever wins this round in general. Smoke in, Safe's going to shut him down. And there it is, paiN. Bring it back from 10-5 again to 15-13. Series point for the Brazilians. And round 29 may be our final round of the day. Rebirth with such a rough buy. And I'm stunned that they're not even taking a tactical pause here. Like, have they just checked out of this series at this stage?
Could be. Really could be. When you just have so much frustration and such a big lead at 12-5 up that you're now down in a deficit of 2, and paiN are 1 round away from eliminating Rebirth in DreamHack Open. Rebirth, it is do or die for them.
It's got to be this round. It can't be any other one.
Oh!
And already the AK and Neck starts. Doesn't get Retchy at least, but the AWP's there for the trade. So Safe maintains the 2-for-1 for paiN Gaming. Out towards mid control, he will look. 60's expecting some sort of B contact. Their Hardzout is in, and he does get traded. So that's something that can go the way of the CT side.
Safe is slow walking out from mid, so he might hear this footsteps out for the CT. Oh! The Deagle cracks open, and now the sandbags player, CJ's been seen, is doing damage with the FAMAS, and now it's all down to 60. Safe is ready for it. paiN are going to do it. They get the 2-0 to advance forward in the lower bracket to face off against